Damn, only you can switch to real internet.
What do you
True,
mean? I have real internet. It's
I'm not
just
talking to
He's
you.
talking to you. Jesus Christ.
you don't gotta
Oh my
be.
God.
You don't
You
got,
got
well,
on context clues.
we were already talking,
Jesus.
and then he said
We weren't talking.
something
Were we talking about you?
as a yeah.
Hmm?
We were talking about my
Yeah, the world doesn't
microphone.
revolve around you,
Real
selfish
microphone.
We're
asshole.
talking about you, but not everything's
Okay.
about you. Hey, Chris. Chris.
What, Jared?
Hey,
Welcome to the No Shot Podcast.
Hey, can I tell you guys something real quick?
What, Joe?
What?
I'm just looking for a girl to make a snail trail across my face.
Anywho, like I was saying, welcome to the No Shot Podcast, episode 2. What an intro that was, Joe. Yeah? You wanna
welcome.
you wanna elaborate on that?
Very dramatically different than the last one.
I mean, what do you want me to elaborate on? I feel like it's pretty straightforward.
God.
I just want some to stand across my face like a snail, bro.
Stop. Stop it.
God damn, that's actually
Oh
insane.
my God. Well, hey, like Chris said, welcome. I'm Jared, joined by Chris and Joe. Make sure whatever this is posted on, because we haven't posted anything yet, that you like, subscribe, hit the noti bell, probably YouTube, maybe Apple, Spotify. I can figure out how that works. Maybe. Yeah. How you boys doing? I know Joe's probably feeling lonely.
Joe's feeling a little frisky, if I do say so myself.
I mean, listen. I'm having a good day.
Joe, what's the love life looking like right now, Joe?
I think the better question is what love life.
Well, obviously there's something if you want a snail trail on your face.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the better question is, do you guys not want a snail trail across
No,
your face?
no. I don't. I don't.
I
See?
mean, I plead the fifth.
See, Chris, they said I'm a DJ Khaled. Kings don't eat.
That's not what I said at all. That has nothing to do with what I said at all. Not even close. Jesus.
If someone listens to the first podcast and doesn't listen to this
They
one,
said Joe said
doesn't listen to the first one, they have no idea what the hell is going on.
Joe said, all right, they got the first one. Wrist weights are off.
He said, wrap it on up. He said,
Good God.
how we doing? What we've been doing?
Box, fellas.
It's been about like 4 or 5 days since the last one. How we
maybe?
doing? Anything new? What everybody been up to? What we playing? What we watching? What we listening to?
Man, I ain't listened to nothing new. Y'all already know. Music wise, I'm basically 80s, 90s, 2000s, scratch a little bit of 2010s, like R&B and
2010s,
rap.
2020s,
So, like,
70s,
that's really
60s.
it. Like, that's really all I listen to. I don't listen to nothing much outside of that.
Somehow Chief Keef made it back on my playlist. I don't know how.
What do you mean somehow?
No, I think
We
it's
all
'cause
know
we
how it
watched
got there.
that video, that recap videos. All those recap videos are the top hits of.
Bro, those are
Not
the
gonna
best
lie,
videos. I don't care what anybody says. Those
those-
music
those
videos
are honestly a
that
good
show
time.
like
Hey,
the music throughout the times.
since we watched those videos, I've listened to Get Rich or Die Trying on repeat.
It's like a top 5
Non-stop.
album ever, bro. It's so good.
I mean, you could ask Chris. Like, how many times have I said many men at this
bro,
point?
it's actually kind of pissing me off because like today we try to just sit and call and just chill, and he's like, many men. But I don't know if he's doing like the 50 Cent version or like the Pop Smoke version because it changes.
I listen to both back
All
to
of
back.
them.
Good
I love
God.
both songs.
Speaking of Pop Smoke, that new album.
I mean, it shouldn't have been released. It was one of those like production releases, right? Like where the label just releases it or whatever.
I will say there are a few songs that are good. The Kid Cudi song is good. The Beat the Speaker song good. Manslaughter, all right.
I mean, I just noticed that a lot of the
the-
songs were just songs that he's already done, and then they mixed them and then
Yeah.
added someone else's like ad libs or verses to them. So
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
always,
It was all right.
I kind of find it weird when like studios release albums after people die because it kind of just gives me like a cash grab feel.
well, that's exactly what it
it's-
is.
Yeah,
I
it feels
think
it
this
feels
one-
super
it feels
scummy
like this-
to me.
It feels like this one is. I feel like the last one that they came out that was Pop Smokes was different because I feel like that was his featured album he was gonna release anyways,
Probably.
and they just worked on fine tuning it and engineering it and putting it out. This one definitely gives that.
This one
cash
was
grab
100% a
vibes.
cash grab vibe. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. It just comes off as weird to me. I don't like it. Especially like if it's mostly kind of stuff you can tell it's unfinished. Like the last album, yeah, if it feels finished and it actually feels like he was putting on a
Yeah.
lot of work at the time, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
okay
last album
because
slapped.
he
Or if
would
it's, like,
he'd
recycled or some
probably
shit.
want that to come out anyways, right?
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
So-
he's doing it. So yeah.
Yeah.
That
Like
last
it's,
album
you
was
don't
so
have to
good.
release every song they ever made in a studio. Like, come on.
Nah. I will say, one song that slapped recently I never heard of, and then I checked my Spotify, looked at what's trending. Sleeper Hollow 2055 song slaps. Song slaps.
Can't say I've
Song.
heard that song.
Slaps. Still the same song that's been on 24/7 repeat. Hold On Girl by Phantom and Chris.
Bro, Phantom and Chris next door, bro. Hey, did you guys know? Speaking of, did you guys know today's AMP day
No, I
No.
did not.
in Georgia? Apparently Atlanta made it to where 8/4 is AMP day, so
Huh.
it's
Cool.
officially AMP day.
That's something. That's
Cool,
something.
love to see
I like
that.
that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's cool
You love
because
to see that.
like you love to see like I was talking about this with Joe earlier as well. Like, I mean, AMP is like the only group that I know of that's doing like legit collaborative content, like
What do you
consistently.
mean?
Like, I mean, like I said, I don't know because I mean, you see people that are like parts of groups. Like you see like, I can't think of any. Like 2Hype, for example. Like 2Hype, I don't keep up with 2Hype all that much, but 2Hype does like occasionally, sometimes put out content. But like Agent, Duke, Davis, and them, they're always
missing
like
that.
together putting out content. And I
Hey,
haven't,
have
like
you-
I said,
no,
I haven't
have-
seen it, so I could be missing out. But
You 100% are missing out. The damn Sidemen,
I don't even know who
the
that
British
is. Never heard of
boys, the British KSI's group of friends.
that. Well, I don't like
They
KSI.
got, like-
What?
But it doesn't matter.
well, I'm
It doesn't
saying
matter.
I
It's-
wouldn't know because I don't like KSI. Is what I'm saying. So like, I don't keep
What
up
are-
No,
with it.
but they legitimately they got 13 mil on their main channel, on their Sidemen channel, not even on their own respective
Yeah.
channels.
The main channel. Yeah.
But they got
They're
they got
group,
13
right?
mil on that channel. They got 5.5 mil on their second main group channel. They got 3 mil on their React channel, and they got 1.2 mil on their Shorts channel.
Are they
So
doing like?
combined,
Are they doing like the AMP content though?
I mean, they have their main group video that they do every week, which is different every week. They're the group that sets the trend for what everybody does. They're the group that the past 2-3 years
Okay.
they've been doing stuff where they do the like they'll make the game show video
Okay.
and then I know AMP's done that, but they've done that with more American shows like Silent Library and stuff like that.
Yo, did you
But,
see?
You know, Sideman sets the trend for all group videos.
Did
all
you
groups
see
are like, we wanna
the
be like
Are You
them.
Smarter Than a Fifth Grader fucking episode
I
of
did not.
AMP? Dog.
did not.
Straight comedy. I love that video. It's so good.
Oh, is that the teacher video?
No.
No, it's
It
the
is the
Are
Are
You
You
Smarter
Smarter
Than
Than
a
a
Fifth
Fifth Grader
Grader?
episode. It's so
Okay.
good.
I
It's
feel like it was pretty
No.
straightforward.
hilarious comedy.
Okay, you know, I don't need you coming at me right now.
Great video.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Would you rather be out? Never mind.
Oh god.
But you-
Oh no.
Yo?
Oh, so you're gonna. You know what? Never mind. Okay, here we go. That's what we're doing today, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
didn't say anything.
You said I would let the colors fly today. He
I
said.
didn't say anything,
Oh.
bro.
Oh.
Man,
Oh
you
my
guys taking stuff out of
God, I
context
can't.
already. I can't believe it.
What do you
It's a-
mean?
Thanks. What
You
do
literally,
mean?
you literally censored yourself. What are you talking about?
What
I-
do you
I-
mean?
What do you mean?
Really? What do you mean? What do you
What do you?
mean?
What do you mean?
So that's what we're doing today. Okay. Anywho.
Okay. All right. All right, hey fellas, let's get to the big topic. I want to talk about. I know Chris wants to talk about. I think Joe's kept up with it a little bit, but that's the
Uh,
NBA free agency stuff has been popping. Good lord, teams
It's
been making good moves.
it's not
Teams been
even like
making not great moves.
popping. It's like boom, boom.
Now it's. I will say this. I will say this. It's not the off season that we got when Kawhi joined the Clippers, KD and Kyrie joined the Nets. It's not that level of, oh shit, everything is going crazy. But it's still like, oh shit, everything's going crazy.
Because I mean, like, you clearly see teams trying to make moves, though. You know, like it's
Yeah.
like people are clearly like, yo, like we need just this and this, and we're in there.
Yeah.
And
So I want,
I
want
think
y'all's
that's dope.
opinion. I want y'all's opinion. Like, do y'all have a favorite move or like a favorite player that got signed somewhere or anything like that? Because I know I got a few.
I have
Well-
a move I don't understand.
What's
Who?
Okay, what's that?
How did Lonzo Ball get like 85 million?
All right, so to touch on that, in the state of the NBA right now, getting an $80 million contract isn't crazy.
it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
I mean,
Steph
Steph
Curry
got
at
like
Steph Curry's his last year of his new deal, he's getting paid $60 million, Joe. So Lonzo getting 20 mil a year isn't something too crazy. Like if you look at
What is ass?
there's
he's really
he's
not that
Joe.
bad.
Okay, Joe, he's not that bad. He's getting paid.
And he's
20
actually
mil a year.
gotten
That's what.
significantly better than when he was in LA.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. I mean,
No,
okay.
I mean, piggyback off what Joe said. I love everything the Bulls have done.
I
They
think the
got
Bulls are the
Lonzo.
winners, honestly.
I think they're definitely up there. I think they're definitely top two because you got Lonzo. You finally got Zach LaVine, someone
Yeah.
that can play make for him, play off ball, can defend, and then they
Mhm.
bring in Alex Caruso, another
Mhm.
guard that can defend and everything like that. And they bring in DeMar DeRozan,
Yeah.
who still like the past 3 years have been like the three most productive
And
years
he's still
of
been
his career, and they get
serviceable
him for
too.
3 years.
So like, I mean,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, he's been the best player on the Spurs, which isn't hard at this point. But they get him, and then they also get young center and Tony Bradley. So like, I feel like Bulls are making the playoffs next year. Like
I think they
that's
can
that.
make
Hey,
it
that's
for
all I
sure.
guess.
I don't think they make past like the second.
If they
first
get past
round,
round
second
one,
round.
that'd be crazy. If they
I
get,
mean,
but no,
you'd be
definitely,
running into
I
like
think
the
they're-
Bucks, the 76ers, like the Heat. You know, like those are who you'd be running
what's
into.
their? Because what their starting lineup's gonna be: Lonzo, Zach LaVine, DeMar,
I
Laurie,
couldn't tell you all
and
five.
Vucevic.
I couldn't tell you.
That's the five right there. They
Yeah,
got Vucevic,
yeah.
who is an all-star. They got DeMar DeRozan, former all-star. Zach LaVine, former all-star. Lonzo Ball, Joe's favorite player. And then,
I don't
Yeah.
think
and then
that's
Laurie
even like.
Markkinen, who hopefully can come into his own.
He's probably having like top 50.
I think Laurie Markkinen is a really good player for them. I mean, he's done
I'm
his thing.
surprised he
for
stayed.
the past
I'm
couple
surprised he
years.
stayed. I thought he was gonna get out.
I mean, why does anybody stay, right?
Yeah. But Joe, did you have any other moves that you liked or thought were weird or anything like that?
Um, I really liked Melo signing with the Lakers.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Well, no, because
Yeah, huh?
can you shut up? I'm talking.
I didn't say.
Anyways, he kind of falls in like that category of like guys I want to see get a ring. So
Yeah.
and I think there's a pretty solid opportunity for him to get a ring this season. So I think that's pretty cool.
No, I know Chris is gonna bash on the Lakers. At this point, I like damn near every single thing that they've done.
I'm not gonna bash
Are
on
you-
them. I
It
just
don't matter
think
what the
Because
Lakers do.
I
LeBron's
just
on the
no,
team,
they
who's
knew
gonna
what
lose his mind.
they knew what happened when they traded for Russ, and they said we need spacing. So what did they do? They re-signed Taylor Horton Tucker. They signed Carmelo, 3-point shooter.
Carmelo's
Trevor
not a
Ariza,
three-point shooter.
3 and D. Did you say Carmelo's not a 3-point shooter?
He's not a okay. No, like
What?
his game is not that of a just spot up 3-point
Here
shooter.
he goes hitting again.
It has been the past 2 years.
That's what he's been made into. I still don't think he's a shooter.
He left the league. He was out of the league for 2 years because he wouldn't change his game. Then he decided to change his game, and then he's been in the league for 2 years.
Well, again, like I said, I don't hate what the Lakers did. I just think that signing Russ.
Well, they didn't. They traded.
Well,
for
they
Russ.
traded for him.
Well, traded. You know what I'm saying? Acquiring Russell Westbrook. I don't believe that was that great.
Who else were they gonna
of a
get?
move. I mean, they could have just got everybody that they got, and they would have been fine.
What?
No,
And keep
but
Kyle
what?
Kuzma on the team? Are you kidding?
All they gave up in that trade was really Contavious
No,
Caldwell-Pope.
don't get me wrong. They still won that deal because Russell Westbrook is
now
better
it's a
than
bad
everybody
deal.
there because of what they have. Because of what they have. Like, Russell Westbrook cannot shoot, period. We know this. This is not new.
That's not in the fourth quarter.
Anthony Davis is a better shooter than Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
So, like, how are you gonna like, who's gonna be starting five for that team, and how are you gonna space that out? How are you gonna play that?
Well, I mean, you can still run Russ out there. You just have to have LeBron. You have to have AD at center.
Yeah, and you have to
can
have Braun at
throw
4.
out- I mean, no, you can have Braun at 4. You can have Braun at 3. It doesn't like because you could throw out Melo at the 4 if you really wanted to. You could still put D at the 4 and
Then
put
that
Gasol
becomes-
at the 5.
Okay.
But no, because you still have space. Because Gasol can still shoot, good enough. AD can still shoot, good enough. LeBron can shoot, good enough. And then you could throw in Wayne Ellington in there for spacing. You could throw in Kent Blazemore out there for spacing. Even Malik Monk can space a little bit. It's gonna be up to Frank Vogel. If I
Yeah,
had
but
to
I'm
pick,
saying, but
you'd still run out.
It's very similar to what the 76ers have been doing these past couple years, from what I see, and because I don't see, like literally the only difference between Ben Simmons and Russell Westbrook from a shooting standpoint is that Russell Westbrook is willing to shoot the ball.
Yeah, and he'll make 30% of them.
He'll shoot under 30%.
I
Well,
know,
he's
but
not
a
going to shoot
career
under
like
30% this year.
29% 3-point shoot. Like he's a career 29% 3-point shooter.
It's still
But
below
still,
average.
It's still what
especially
they
with
really.
how many
no,
he
but
takes.
If you look at the Lakers championship team, and if you look at the Bucks team that just won, they weren't great 3-point shooting teams.
No, they
still
weren't great
won.
3-point shooting
None
teams.
of the
But
Lakers
they were
championship
winning-
teams
they were
ever
winning-
have been good 3-point shooting teams. So it doesn't like that. What the Lakers really, really needed was someone who could take the pressure off, not take the pressure off LeBron, but have it when LeBron's not on the court, they don't just get throttled and just get destroyed because they have no one that can play make with the ball,
and
which we know Russ can do.
I agree with that. I just don't see Russell Westbrook limiting. Like I don't see him only being valuable in those minutes. Is what I'm saying. Like I see like. Well, actually, no. That's actually the opposite of what I'm saying. I don't see him being valuable in anywhere but those minutes.
Okay, and then they still win the trade if he is valuable during those minutes. The biggest it depends on if just Russ can learn to play off the ball,
Which he
or
can't.
not. But I
Well,
still think
I just hope he proves me
he
wrong.
can learn to play off the ball. But
I just hope I
saying
get proven wrong.
everything
That's
the
it.
Lakers have done in the offseason has been built around spacing. Everything they've done has been built around spacing. If you look at everyone that they sign and say, "Oh, well, Russ sucks because they needed spacing. They don't have spacing." It's like, "Oh, well, they signed everyone that they could for spacing except for maybe Dwight Howard's not made for spacing. They just needed another big that could actually play." And so
I think all that matters at the end of the day in this situation is Russell Westbrook better than the third guys they gave up?
1,000%.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Exactly.
You're literally saying, hey, let's compare this dude to dirt. I mean, like, come on.
I'm not comparing anybody to Dirk.
I said dirt with a T.
Oh, okay. I have that.
Hey, I will. Okay, hey, to piggyback off of Joe and the what the fuck signings, why did the Sixers sign Andre
Yeah,
Drummond?
I have no idea why they did that. I guess
Did you guys see the picture?
they want.
See the
I
picture
guess
of
they want
Embiid?
somebody. I guess they want somebody to just get rebounds while he, just in case he like gets hurt or like is tired or something. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
You want to talk about spacing? Oh my god!
Yeah, no,
Why?
they that was awful. I don't know why they did that. Honestly,
Chris, did you have any signings that you really really liked or that you really didn't like?
I really liked Kyle Lowry to Miami. I think that was really good for them. And I mean, I love CP3 staying in Phoenix. I love it. I think it's and they also got they signed another center,
JaVale
JaVale
McGee.
McGee, and I think that's so good. I think that they kept the core of their team together, because they were, I mean, shit, they were close as fuck, and I think that
Yeah.
re-signing
I'm surprised
CP3, I don't know
I'm surprised
why
they got
they signed him
Campaign
for
back.
so long, but they signed him. They re-signed
I'm
him.
surprised. Hey, no, I saw a tweet and it explained it perfectly. Hey, we're gonna pay you $120 million for 2 really good years,
Yeah,
and we have
basically.
so much faith that those good years are gonna be great. And those last 2 years, when you fall off and you suck, we're still gonna pay you. He's gonna
Yeah,
be 40. He's gonna be 40 years
it's gonna
old.
be nuts, dude.
Dude,
I'm still trying to figure out why. I'm still trying to figure out like why Chris said that LeBron's gonna get bounced by Luca and Kawhi.
Well, because I was just saying, because Kawhi still hadn't signed with anybody, so I was just saying Kawhi was gonna sign with the Mavs.
Have they
I
signed
was just
anybody?
saying that. The
The
Mavs?
Mavs?
No, the Mavs have literally just been
Of course they haven't.
No, I'm looking
watching
at it
what
right
we've
now.
been
The
doing.
Mavs literally haven't signed anybody.
They've literally just
No, they
been doing what we've been
brought,
doing, just watching.
they brought Boban back.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
tough. It's
Woo.
tough. It's
Oh,
tough
wait,
being a
no,
Luca
no, no,
fan.
no, 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 no. They signed Tim Hardaway Jr. back. They
He's
brought
good.
in Reggie Bullock. They signed Sterling Brown. I don't really know who that is. They signed Nate Hinton, who I don't really know who that is, and they brought back Boban.
Who?
But I think the Reggie Bullock pickup is all right because he's just a 3-and-D player, which is what they really just need around Luca on the wings. But I will say I know I could piggyback on what Chris was saying earlier with the Kyle Lowry signing. I think Miami's another big winner.
Miami
They
is a
got
big winner for sure.
they just said, hey, we got Jimmy Butler as the culture of our team, where all he does is just scrap and play defense and is just a dog. Let's go get Kyle Lowry, who's a dog. Let's get PJ Tucker, who's gonna play. He's gonna score 0 points, but he's gonna lock it down on defense and wear some dope ass shoes. Dog. And then they managed to bring back Duncan Robinson too, which was
Mm-hmm.
really
Yep,
cool.
that was
And then
good
they
for them.
brought in Keith. They brought in
Yep.
Markeith, who I
Yes,
don't
they
know how
did.
good he is really anymore. And then they brought in Dwayne Dedman too, who can be center
Okay.
off the bench.
Okay, so how
But
about the fucking Knicks with this damn Kemba Walker
Kemba,
stuff?
I love it.
hey, I love
Why?
everything the Knicks have done.
Because
What
I
do you mean,
love
why?
Kemba Walker.
Okay,
do you mean,
that makes
why?
sense. Well, because they just got Derrick Rose, and
Yeah,
they're
but
gonna
Derrick
be
Rose
the
is
same.
really
They're gonna.
You Kemba
I feel.
Walker
I
for
don't.
the
I don't
Derrick
see
Rose
them.
moment.
Derrick Rose is coming off the bench.
I
Derrick
don't
Rose
see
is
them
the second
differentiating in
unit.
production. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
What?
He's the second unit, and Derrick Rose is. I know he's listed as a point guard, but Derrick Rose wasn't. He was mainly really like a shooting guard, really, because he was just all their bench scoring. That's all he did was be their bench scorer, and so
Yeah,
then they
he was
needed to bring
averaging like
someone in to try to.
17 a game. I don't
And
know.
so
I don't know
they
what the Knicks are doing, honestly, bro.
I don't know. I like what the. I mean, I think they're smart because they brought in Evan Fournier.
I think
They
that was
got
good.
Derrick Rose back. They brought Nerlens Noel back for relatively cheap.
I don't
They
think
brought
that's good.
Alec Burks back, who was pretty solid for them. And they brought back Taj Gibson. They said, "Hey, we made the playoffs. Let's run it back. Add Evan Fournier and Kemba, and let's ride." I mean, why not?
So how do you think their performance was last year? Then, do you think that was like a fluke, or do you think that they're about it?
I
About
think I don't know how they. I don't know how they.
Because they
did it.
got rolled in the playoffs.
It
Yeah,
happens.
but okay, it happened. Just they didn't have.
They got rolled in the playoffs.
That's
How do you think?
Tibbs,
How do you
dog.
feel about?
That's
How do you feel about
Tibbs.
Atlanta locking down Trae Young?
Yeah, and they managed to bring in they signed John Collins to a fat deal too.
Yeah, they did.
But I don't know. I feel like it's weird. I don't view Atlanta really as still like a top 4 team in the East, even though they just
But you
went
see
to
the
the
Knicks as
conference
a top 4
finals.
team?
No, God no.
Oh,
Did I say
okay.
that? No.
No,
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
I
no,
just
no, no.
thought that
No,
when you,
I'm just saying. No,
when I
no.
hear
the,
legit, I'm
the
thinking
Hawks
like
were
top
not
5.
The Hawks were not a good matchup for the Knicks in the slightest because they had John Collins who locked up Julius Randle, who's literally their best offensive player, and locked him up. So they had to rely on Derrick Rose, who can't do it all by himself. And then they had all of the shooting on their team was just terrible. And so then they bring in Evan Fournier, who can shoot the ball. They bring in Kemba, who can score more. And they re-signed Alec Burks, who was their best wing player last year. Yeah, who's their best wing player last year. And so I think the Knicks are about it. I do think the Knicks are about it.
Okay.
I think the Hawks could still be about it if they just keep their team together.
I really think the Hawks are like
But-
a top 5, top 4 team in the East. I think.
I mean, yeah. Well, you got the Bucks.
I mean,
You got the.
we gotta see how they start and how they play throughout the season. But I mean, I really do
Do you
think
think
so.
you think the Hawks are better than the Sixers?
No, or they shouldn't be. But you know how that goes.
Do you think
Like-
the Hawks are better than the Heat?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
primary. Like, I mean, I also like last year. I didn't think that the Raptors were better than the 76ers, but they beat them.
The Raptors weren't good last year. You mean the
My
Kawhi
bad.
year?
The other year, the year with Kawhi. Not, I apologize. Year with
Oh,
Kawhi.
Okay.
I still
I'm
don't
about to
think I
say,
still don't think they were better than the 76ers that year.
hey,
but they
won a
beat 'em.
ring.
No, yeah. I mean, like it happens. But I mean, as a team, I think that Kawhi was just better than the fucking 76ers best player,
Yeah, who is?
Joel Embiid.
Okay.
I was not.
No,
Gonna,
no.
I
I
was
just
not
I
gonna
just
say
think
Ben
probably the
Simmons.
top 8 teams in the East right now. You probably got the Bucks, the Nets, the Hawks, the Heat, the Sixers, and then after that, it really is like Pacers, Knicks, Bulls.
I wouldn't even say Pacers. I think the Bulls are.
No, but this
pushing
wasn't
that.
in any order. That
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
in
yeah,
any
yeah,
order.
yeah, yeah.
I was just listing 8
yeah,
teams.
I got you.
And so I think the way too early predictions is that, and I think Joe's probably like, "Damn, you forgetting about my Wizards." But
I don't care about the Wizards. What are you talking
I don't think
about?
anybody cares about the Wizards. I don't even think
Oh.
DC fans care about the Wizards.
Yeah, all 3 of them on my timeline care about them.
hey, my Spurs out there doing what they do best, just signing a bunch of white bigs. They
There's
signed
no-
Zach Collins, who hasn't played in 2 years, to a $22 million deal. They signed in the Australian League MVP, Jock Landale
Hey,
Huge.
bro,
from Australia,
he's an MVP,
and then they signed Dougie McBuckets.
bro. He
Everyone-
used to do things for me on 2K. I don't care what nobody says.
And talking
But
about 2K.
And let's talk about the team that did the worst this offseason.
I
By far, got to be the Pelicans.
It's between them and
gotta
the
be.
Mavs. Genuinely, like I genuinely believe it's between them and the Mavs.
No,
'Cause
see,
the
no,
Mavs
no,
have
see,
literally
the
made
Mavs-
no
the
moves.
The Mavs haven't made really any moves, but they haven't lost anybody.
No, they haven't. But they could. But they had
the Pels
opportunity.
lost- No, but the Pels gave up. What is it? I saw a tweet. The Pels
Yeah,
lost
the Pels have given
2
up
first-round picks,
2 first-round
a
picks
second-round pick, Eric Bledsoe,
and Lonzo.
Lonzo Ball, and Steven Adams, and in return they got Devontae Graham and Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, like it's not great to say the
It's
least.
like what?
What do you think
Like
Portland
Zion's
does?
dipping, huh?
What do you think Portland does?
Hopefully they trade. Hopefully they trade Damian
Do you
Lillard.
think they trade him, or do they try to like, or do you,
I
like,
hope they do.
like, do you
Where
think
my
they're
man
shopping him?
Dame?
Like, do you think they're shopping him right now, or do you think they're trying to get stuff for Dame? Which one
I
do you
don't
think
think
they're
they're
doing?
shopping him. I mean, I think they're trying to build something around him, but they're just doing what you do in 2K, where you just sign a bunch of 3-and-D guys, because all they did was bring in Ben McLemore, Norman Powell, and Tony Snell.
I think
That's
they're
it.
listening. I think they're listening. You know, somebody comes with the right deal. You know, everybody has a price, right?
Yeah,
So-
everybody does.
So at the end of the day, if the right deal comes across, I could definitely see Dame moving somewhere, which I think would be
Dude,
best for him,
I
to be
hope so.
honest. But you know,
Hey, Dame in a Mavs jersey would look so nice.
all I'm saying is, if Dame went to the Mavs, bro, you ain't gonna hear the end from me.
Yeah.
Hey,
no.
real quick. I know. I think I'm the only person that really supports one team, even though I'm like halfway in, halfway out, because every single player that I liked on that team is gone. But I know I'm a Spurs fan. What about you two? Because I know you two really mainly just follow players, but if you had to pick
No,
a team,
I mean, if I'm supporting a team, it's the Bucks. The Bucks have been my quote unquote favorite team for some years now. I mean, it's been a hot minute. I mean, it's the Bucks have been that team. I mean, granted, I wasn't really rooting for them this year because I really wanted CP3 to win a ring, but
fake fan.
yeah, fake fan. Who? But like, that is genuinely the team that I would root for from day to day.
Joe.
I mean, last time I said that, like, I like the Mavs. Chris yelled at me, so like, I don't have an opinion.
What do you?
Because
Because you
my whole
don't like the Mavs. You like Luca.
see
I mean,
exactly. Okay, I mean then using
All
that
right,
logic,
Joe,
I
Joe, right,
literally
Joe,
cannot relate to this.
Joe, right now, pick a team. This is your right. This team from this point forward. This is your team, Joe. This point
Nah,
forward.
I
No,
refuse
Joe,
because Chris is gonna upset.
on
No,
record. No, no, no.
no,
We're saying
no,
pick a
no,
team,
no.
and this is your team.
No,
We're
Chris
gonna
cannot.
ride.
No one can refute anything that you say
no,
after this. No,
refuse.
okay, quit being a bitch,
I'm
Joe.
not being a bitch.
Pick a team. Pick a team,
Oh
Joe.
my
I
god.
Pick a
don't
team. Or I'm
want
This
gonna
to
pick a
guy.
team for you.
listen.
Pick a
I
team, or else
don't
I'm gonna
want
spin
to.
a wheel.
Here's the issue. I don't want to pick a team because
Why?
like. Because I'm just a players person. I don't care about, like, I can't sit here and even pretend I care about the Mavs. I can't sit here and pretend I even care about the Lakers. I
That's
care
how we
about
get you. That's how
Luca
we
and
get
I
you.
care about LeBron.
That's
Because
how
like
we
if
get you.
Luca,
That's how we
here's the
get you
issue.
into the NBA.
Here's the issue. If Luca leaves the Mavs, I'm not gonna give a shit about them. Right?
All right, hey Joe. So hey, you got 10 seconds to pick a team before I do a random number generator, and whatever it picks out's gonna be your team, Joe.
Okay,
You can
don't be
Alphabetical
like
order.
that. Don't be like that.
I feel like I just made a pretty fair point here, and you're just being childish.
All right, 10.
You're damn near being
9.
attacked, Joe.
I
Hey,
really am being attacked. I don't know
You're
why.
just you're refusing. You're refusing to
Why am I going to
participate.
pick
We're
a
trying to
team
have
if
a
I'm
fun.
not going to care about the team that,
Just-
in a couple years if a player leaves?
Just pick the Lakers.
We're just trying to.
Actually,
yeah,
no,
I'll
no, no,
pick the
no, no,
Lakers.
no,
You
no,
can
Joe,
suck
Joe,
me.
Joe, Joe, pick the Hornets.
Why would I pick the Hornets?
Because they're
2,
young
3,
and they got a
4.
player you really like, and then they can build something off of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I'll pick the Hornets. Sure. Fuck it.
Okay. All right. It's the Hornets because the random number generator gave you the Pacers. Good choice.
Sure, I'm a Hornets
Good
fan
choice.
from here on out.
It's just oh, here. Let's do
But
this.
if
Hey,
Luca plays the Hornets, I'm going to root for Luca
Hey,
instead. So
let's do this. Let's do this because I know I'm a Cowboys fan
Oh
and
my
you're a Jets
God.
fan. Chris,
Oh my god.
I want you to pick it. I want you to pick an NFL team because
I'm
you don't
not.
like the
I'm
root
not
for an
picking
NFL
an
team.
NFL team, bro.
Pick an
If
NFL
I'm gonna
team.
pick
No,
an NFL team, it's
no.
gonna be the Raiders, bro. Because they
Jets.
took a chance on me, so I'm like, you know what? Hey, I'll
the Jets.
support the Raiders. I'm not picking the fucking Jets.
15
not?
NFL teams by alphabetical order. NFL.
I just said the
teams
Raiders. What do you mean? Listen to
I just
me.
want to see what I just want to see what it could have been.
Why the Raiders? They called you fat.
Okay, but they also took a chance on me. So like, I mean, I'm still gonna pick them. Like, I'm still gonna hope that they do well. Like, I still follow them on social media and shit. Like,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
not gonna
hey.
not root for them.
Hey, all I'm saying is they talk shit about you in public.
Man, okay, and they said it straight up.
Sorry, you get to pick Raiders or the Jaguars.
I already said the Raiders. I'm not picking the Jaguars.
So Chris, so this day forth, Chris is a Raiders fan. Joe's a Hornets fan. I'm glad.
But
we're
okay.
all
I've
on
I've
the
already
same
been.
page.
I've already
Chris, I wasn't
said
given a
why
choice
I
either,
was.
so
No, but I mean, but I already said why I was gonna be a Raiders fan. Like, I had that already set out. Like, I already put out that I was this because of this. It wasn't like, oh, I don't want to pick anybody. You know, it wasn't like that.
But like, I literally have no reason to be a fan of anybody in the NBA. I don't watch the NBA like that.
I'm surprised you didn't
watch-
say the Wizards, Joe.
I don't care about the Wizards.
I mean, but you're from the. Well, no, you're not from DC.
Oh.
You could be. Hey,
I mean, if I'm
Be a
being
Knicks fan.
honest, if I'm actually a fan, I'm a Knicks fan.
go be with
Yo.
Spike Lee. Go be with Spike Lee in the stands,
Yeah,
bro.
no, like,
Joe's a Knicks fan, yo. I can get behind that.
like if I'm anything, if I had to choose, like, if you put a gun in my head and said Hornets or Knicks, I'm probably saying Knicks just for the sole fact I am from New York, and I
Hey,
do
Joe,
not
wait.
fuck with the Nets.
I was gonna say, how much do you hate the Nets?
Yeah, I just
There
don't
you-
fuck with the Nets.
There you go. So hey, I'll
if,
never
if
forget.
Giannis is playing the Nets, I want the Nets to be fucking bodied.
I'll never forget. I'll never forget when we found out that Kevin Durant joined the Warriors. I was with Joe, and I remember saying it,
We're
and
at Michael's
Joe's face just dropping, and Dad just being like, "Well, gotta find a new favorite player."
Yeah,
Joe-
dude,
Joe
I was a
was
huge
legit-
KD fan.
KD was Joe's boy, and then as soon as he signed for the Warriors, Joe has not called him anything but a snake for the past 7 years.
No. Me and KD's relationship now is at neutral.
It's
Right.
neutral, okay.
I don't love him. I don't hate him. I respect him as a player. He's a hell of a scorer. He's a hell of a baller. But he's just not my guy anymore.
Yep.
Man, I'll never forget we were watching that damn game in your basement, Joe. and they just threw it. They just threw the whole series.
Which game was that?
We watched two actually. We watched I think games 5 and 6. I think we watched games 5 and 6, and they just threw them.
What game? What series? You're not.
The Thunder and the Warriors.
Uh,
And Russell Westbrook was just chunking them things. KD was choking. It was bad. It was so bad. Like in the fourth quarter, KD I think took 7 shots, and then Russ took like 14, 15. It was so dumb.
I'll never forget the greatest basketball game. Okay, no, that's a lie. I was gonna say the greatest basketball. The best basketball I've watched has been this playoffs by far.
Yeah,
it's been
for sure.
insane.
So much
Before
basketball.
that, the craziest game I ever seen was the Wizards Celtics game we saw in your dorm room.
Oh, dude, that was insane.
To your dorm room.
Where John Wall was. That was when John Wall was bussing. That was
Was
nuts.
that when they also had
John
Paul Pierce?
Wall.
I think Paul Pierce was on the Wizards at that time. Yeah,
I think
It was
like
John
his last
Wall,
year?
Bradley Beal were popping off. It was IT was popping off.
Yeah.
Everyone was just hitting.
That was the
everything.
same year
And
when
it was
IT's like sister or someone died, and then he went and
his
played.
sister passed away.
Yeah, his sister
Yeah,
passed
bro.
away.
That was the last good year of Isaiah Thomas. We didn't even know it.
Yeah, right.
Also, like the first good year of Isaiah Thomas, we didn't know.
One of the, I think to this day, one of the best performances I've ever seen was when Klay Thompson went and just dropped 40 in a quarter.
He said, "Let me do
It's just
it."
like, I've been saying this for the past like 3 years, even though he's been hurt 2 of them. Klay Thompson is like the best spark plug in NBA history.
We also
Like,
spoke about the last episode.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I think because like
Question.
people don't like respect Klay Thompson because he hasn't played in 2 years, but it's like y'all do know that this dude can like just drop 30 points in 1 quarter and just walk out.
All right. Hey, fellas, way too early predictions. I need the 2 teams that are going to be in the finals. Who's going to win and how many games? Sign to deliver right now.
How many games?
What are your picks? The
Okay.
2 teams, how many games? You got to call it right now.
Joe, go first.
I don't want to go first.
Too bad. You're on first.
Go first, then.
It's gonna be Lakers, Milwaukee. And the Bucks win 4-3.
Oh,
Okay.
a little game 7 action. I see, yeah.
I think it's going to be. Well, actually, no. Here's what I want. I want a rematch.
That's not what you want. It's what you think.
I want a rematch. No, this is where I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going Milwaukee, Phoenix. And I'm going Milwaukee in 6 again. No, in 5.
Okay. I'm going with a rematch too, but not what you think. Lakers, Heat. I think the Heat could make it back with the moves they made.
You're tripping.
Just everything's got to fall
No
in the
way,
right
bro.
place.
No way, bro.
The Bucks think they got it all locked up, but
The season has to go like how this year went with all the injuries and
I
stuff
know.
for Miami to
I know.
get there.
I know. If my real pick is, I'm gonna just do what everybody says: Lakers, Nets.
Well, that's just because people
Nah.
don't want to be wrong.
No, if I did, I think a Lakers Heat would be lit. And so I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say Lakers Heat, but Lakers in 4.
Okay, so get rid of the one game they won in 2020, right?
They took 2. They took 2.
They took 2?
They
I
took
thought they
2.
only won
They
1.
took 2.
I thought they won that first game.
They went to game 6. They went to game
No, they
6.
didn't. That's a
They
lie.
failed. No. The Lakers had it all planned out. They were going into game 5, and they wore the Black Mamba jerseys. And the Black Mamba jerseys, they were undefeated all year in. And in the closeout game to win the championship, they lost. So then they came out game 6 in just their regular ass jerseys and won. That's what happened in 2020.
Ain't no way, bro. I can't believe they did my boy Kobe like that, bro.
They won a ring.
I mean, yeah, that's
But
more important than the jerseys.
do y'all
let's be
have,
honest.
I know
100%.
Joe doesn't follow too much, but do y'all have like a surprise team that you think is just gonna do significantly better than they did the year before and kind of shock everybody?
I
know I have
I
one.
think the Hornets make it to the second round of the playoffs.
Well, that's what I was gonna go with.
Like I genuinely
Alright.
That's my
believe
second
that I
favorite team,
genuinely
apparently.
believe that they can make it to the second round of the playoffs. And
That's
like
what I was saying.
any
Who
other,
did they
and I
beat?
I mean I think they play the I think they'd be the
They knock off the
the
Heat.
7th seed, and I think they
It'd
would
be
play
7th or 8th, so they'd have to play the Bucks,
no
the
no no
Sixers, the Nets, and the Hawks.
because I mean I think that like okay so if
The
I'm
Nets just
if
don't
I'm
make it
thinking
to the
about this here
playoffs.
if I'm thinking about this here right I'm thinking like the Nets are gonna be 1, the Bucks are gonna be 2, either the Hawks or the Heat are gonna be 3, and then 4. 5 I think is gonna be the Bulls. 6 I think is gonna be the Hornets. 7 would be oh shit I forgot about the 76ers.
You're missing the Sixers.
The Sixers,
I was about to
the
say-
Sixers are going to be 3, and then the Heat are going to be 5. The Hawks are going to be 4. The Bulls are going to be 6. Yeah, Hornets 7, and then I guess Knicks 8. And
Oh,
then
my favorite team, the Knicks.
and I think the Hornets are going to make the second round
Joe,
of the playoffs.
Joe, both your teams made the playoffs.
I can't believe it. That's life.
I genuinely think that they can make it to the second round of the playoffs. Even
So you think
if
the Hornets,
even
I'm-
if
you
they
think
play the
Hornets beat
Bucks
Sixers?
or the Sixers, it doesn't matter because I mean it doesn't matter. I think that they can make the second round of the playoffs. They just need to play right because they have the tools to win. Actually, they don't have a big.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the Nets end up going to the playoffs that high because like someone's not gonna show up for half the season for some reason.
If it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be Kyrie.
He's just gonna say he doesn't want to play again, and then
Man,
come back
I
and
like all the
play."
stuff he does off the court, but golly, my man is off the court a lot.
I mean, hey, your greatest asset is your availability. Doesn't matter if you're
And
able,
he
if you're
is-
not available.
I mean,
He's
like,
only
what?
available when he wants to be available.
I mean, he like donates millions of dollars to charities and like homeless shelters and like gets like a solar panel to clean water in Africa, right? And it's like, oh, but he hasn't played like 25 games. Why? Because he's doing all that, right? It's like, okay, fuck.
Kyrie
So
really
Jody-
reminds me of SpongeBob from the episode that he goes to work for Plankton, and it's like, "Hey, Kyrie, want to play? You want to play today? Ah, I don't feel like it."
Joe, so do you have a sleeper team outside of the Hornets that you think would be blow up?
Sleeper team outside of the Hornets? Well, I'm really thinking about sleeping. I don't fucking know.
Okay, that's fine. I know you don't keep up with it like that. I was just curious.
Here, I'll pick a team. Give
Pick
me
a rain-
the
Shot in the dark.
give me the Pacers.
The Pacers. Oh my! Of all the teams to pick, he picks the Pacers. They're damn near over there with Detroit.
A team that didn't the Pacers make the playoffs last year?
They were. I think they were in the play-in, or were they in the playoffs?
Here, I'll pick. Here. I'll pick a new one. The Pelicans.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
The Pacers and Pelicans.
Zons are like 45 minutes a game.
Chris, say it. Say the name of the podcast. Say it.
Hey,
Say it.
hey, Joe. Listen, son. You said the Pacers
Say
and
it.
Pelicans? No shot. You said the
Yo,
fucking Pacers and
roll
Pelicans.
the credits. End the recording. Wrap it up.
Roll credits.
Send it out. Send it out.
All right, Jared. Okay.
I have
so
one
how about you?
So I got one team in mind. I don't know if it's necessarily a sleeper, but one team that I think is gonna come out that everyone's kind of forgot about. The Warriors.
They're not
If
sleeper
Clay's healthy.
team.
See,
No, but Joe, they haven't made the playoffs in 2 years.
they would have
That's-
made the playoffs this year. 100%.
They did.
How would they have made the playoffs
I know
this
they
year
didn't,
if they
but
didn't
they
make
would've.
it, Chris?
I
That
said they
doesn't- how?
would have.
How?
Because they were about to
How?
beat the Lakers. Relax, chill. They didn't. It happens.
Yeah, they lost. Okay.
So they had no
And-
shot.
And then they lost to the Grizzlies.
They did lose to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, so they lost 2 games. They had 2 chances to make
Well,
it in.
if we're
They
gonna be
lost
honest,
both of them.
Steph lost to the Lakers and the Grizzlies.
So no, I just think I think people forget how dominant the Warriors were when it was literally just Steph, Clay, and Dre. But now they just signed.
Draymond.
Okay, I know you hate him, but he has 3 rings. But
Yeah, even Brian Scalabrine has rings. Like, come on.
Okay,
Yo.
yeah, but okay.
Dog.
But Brian Scalabrine isn't also an all-defensive player, Joe.
Not yet.
Not you. He's been retired for like a decade. What are you talking about?
No, but I think people forget how good they were.
A lot of people do forget that.
If Clay is healthy and Clay's the same motherfucker that we thought he was,
he only needs to be literally half of that, and they'll still be like damn near just as dominant.
They brought in Otto Porter for $2 million, bro. If they roll out, Otto Porter is just basically just a little bit better than what Harrison Barnes was for them. If Draymond can bring it back a few years and not be so ass this year, and James Wiseman can play a little bit better, and they roll out, and they still have Wiggins, who's just at this point just a role dude, or give you some minutes off the bench.
He's just providing them athleticism at this point, honestly.
If they just roll out a team with a starting 5 is Steph, Clay, Otto Porter, Draymond, and James Wiseman
with Andrew Wiggins off the bench, I think that's going to be a very solid rotation.
And they brought in Nehemiah Bjelica, bro. Just got that strap off the bench. No defense. All he does is shoot threes. Shit.
A team I wish was better would be the Kings, though. Because, like, De'Aaron Fox
will never be good.
Yeah, that whole franchise is awful.
They drafted Bagley over Luka and Trey.
I mean,
I think supposed to be good though.
And he's not a bad player either. He's just not like
he's not Luka or Trey.
He's not Luka or Trey, right? Like,
hey, Joe, can you get your cursor off the Discord chat, because all I see on my screen is TikTok Fat Cock is typing.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So then, Chris, you said, so how do you think the West lines up? Because you already lined up how the East lines up.
Oh God,
the West lines up. This is a tough one.
This is really like why it's hard to go against the Lakers, right? Because I mean, you have the Lakers over there, and I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong with the other teams. I mean, providing no injuries, I think the Jazz are still going to be the 1st seed. I think the Lakers are going to be the 2nd seed. I think the Warriors are going to be the 3rd seed. I think the Mavs are going to be the 4th seed. No, take that back. I think the Clippers are going to be the 4th seed. I think the Mavs are going to be the 5th seed. I think the Grizzlies will be the 6th seed. 7th seed, probably be the Suns. And then the 8th seed will probably be... Damn, who's going to be 8th seed?
Did you already say the Blazers?
I didn't say the Blazers, but I don't think the Blazers are going to make playoffs this year. I'm not going to cap.
Well, the only teams you really got left to choose from are the Blazers, the Spurs, the Pelicans, the Kings, the T-Wolves, the Thunder, and the Rockets. I can tell you right now, the Kings, the T-Wolves,
Thunder, and Rockets aren't going to make it.
If the Spurs make it, god damn, I will be surprised.
I guess it's got to be Portland at this point.
Like I said, I think the only difference is you swap out. In my mind, the only team you swap out is you just swap out the Grizzlies for the Warriors. I think it's all. I
don't think the Grizzlies go 3rd seed though, because I had the Warriors 3rd seed.
No. But I'm just saying, from the teams that made the playoffs last year, the teams that made the playoffs this year. The only change is that. Oh shit, Chris! You know who you forgot out in the East?
Who?
The Celtics.
The Celtics? I did forget the Celtics.
But
I didn't at the same time. Like, I mean, I did forget the Celtics, but I genuinely do not think that they're gonna be like. Well, actually, that's not true. I mean,
the only team
take the Knicks out.
Really drops out.
Take the Knicks out and put
the Knicks.
Take the Knicks out and put the Celtics in. The Celtics are probably going to be like 4th seed. So then, actually, if that's the case, then that means that that would bump the Hornets down to like the 7th seed. So they would end up playing
I think the Hornets or
fucking.
the Bulls will be at the bottom.
I think the
If
Bulls
they
are going to
make
be
it.
middle of the road with Lonzo. I
I
think they're going to be middle
hope.
of the road. I really think
I
so.
hope.
Well, Alonzo, yeah.
What do you have
Well,
against
hey, all right,
Lonzo?
let's.
Like actual?
Nothing.
Well, hey, we've been chit chatting about baseball. Baseball? Shit.
Baseball.
Basketball.
Won't catch me
There
doing
will
that.
be
I
zero.
promise you.
We'll treat baseball like the Pat McAfee show does hockey talk. Oh, we mentioned baseball. All right, we're good. Uh, video games, Joe. I know you. Did you say you want to talk about something about Halo?
Yeah. There was a so when you put things on the internet, put things on Steam, betas, whatever, you're gonna have like files. And the way nerds work, they found a file that basically leaked a Halo BR. And basically, this isn't necessarily gonna be about the Halo BR itself. It's more or less just gonna be about companies, for whatever reason, insisting they jump on this BR bandwagon that's been going on for the last 5, 6 years at this point. And I'm just fucking over it. Because a lot of the times when BRs get introduced to games, the actual game starts to suffer. Let's look at Warzone and the newest release, Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold, whatever the fuck. Cold War sucks ass. And it's been basically just completely ignored in favor of Warzone, which is fair, right? Well, it's not fair, but Warzone is massively successful. But when your games start to suffer, is it really kind of worth just putting out a random title every year just to kind of segue a silly BR, right? And everybody's doing it. Like we watched the death of Titanfall for Apex Legends. We keep seeing these franchises die in the favor of BRs, and I'm just kind of sick of it. I don't want to see it anymore. We already have our Titans, right? The battle royale landscape is dominated by, right now, probably Apex Legends and still Warzone, despite the issues that Warzone's having, are probably still the Titans, and no one's beating them, right? Halo introducing a BR is not all of a sudden gonna like dethrone Warzone, dethrone Apex. People are gonna play it for like a week, and then nobody's gonna talk about it again. And that's kind of the big thing we're seeing with a lot of battle royales. We saw it with Ubisoft's. I don't remember the name of that battle royale.
Hyperscape. I
Yeah,
still
that
have that game downloaded.
Jesus,
Yeah.
I've heard that name one time in my life.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, this is not awful," and then everyone stopped playing after a week.
Well,
Right.
I mean, but that's completely different. Well, actually, I say it's completely different. It's a lot of what Halo's doing. They jumped onto the bandwagon way too late. If they had released Hyperscape around the time when Fortnite was getting popular and around when Apex was popping, then I guarantee you that game would still be played a lot more
That's
today.
exactly my point. BR already has this Titans, and people aren't gonna jump off the Warzone battleship for Halo Infinite for longer than a week. No one's jumping off the Apex battle ship. I mean, that game it's been solid. It's been good to my understanding. Not many issues with it, outside of the weird one-off things. And I just don't think Halo really needs a BR. It's Halo in itself is it's fine. It doesn't need Halo already carries a lot of weight. All they need to do is release a good multiplayer. They don't need a battle royale, right? The people who are playing battle royales are gonna play battle royales. End of story. So that's kind of my rant on that. I don't really, I'm a huge Halo fan, and I can even sit here and tell you that like I'm excited for a Halo battle royale. I'll try it, but at the end of the day, I'm just probably gonna go back to the multiplayer because that's what Halo is. Halo isn't a battle royale. Halo isn't this, that, or this. It's an arena shooter. Period. Right.
I think
And a campaign game.
I think one part that is, I agree with you that I don't think Halo needs a battle royale, but I'm also gonna play devil's advocate here and just say that you just don't want it to be a battle royale because you hate battle royales,
I
and
don't hate
that
battle royale, right?
on the
Like I no, because I think I've discussed this before. Is I don't hate Apex. I don't hate Modern Warfare. My biggest issue is I don't like RNG, and that's a big part of battle royales. But like I don't hate the concept, right?
do
I
you do
understand.
you I was gonna say okay, maybe I just don't think you I think you dislike how every shooter now has a battle royale in it.
Yeah, yeah, that's my biggest issue because a lot of them
And
are just
that's
jumping
yeah.
on that bandwagon, right?
Well, I
But
And
also
mean, the
like but
concept of
what
a
if the
battle
only way to
royale.
keep what if the only way to keep Halo alive is to have it include a battle royale? Like what then?
so you're keeping your game alive for a week. Look, you see what I'm saying? Like, again,
I mean,
people
but I
aren't
mean,
gonna
but
jump off the Warzone Apex ship.
I mean,
It's
we
just not gonna
thought that.
happen.
I mean, we thought that about Fortnite though for a while, right? I mean, because Fortnite was
Fortnite is
what
still vastly popular. Go
it's.
look at it on
But
No,
okay,
Twitch.
yeah, but
I'm
you're
not
saying
saying it's
jump off
not,
after a
but
week and
it's
Fortnite's
like
still popping.
Fortnite was literally like the game. Like if you didn't play Fortnite, you weren't playing the game. Like essentially.
If you guys want an actual example, you could have used PUBG.
No. Because I'm not talking. We're not talking about PUBG. We're
No,
talking
what?
about like Fortnite was infinitely more popular than PUBG was. Because I mean, if you wanted to go back to
Right.
that, you could talk about how like H1, like all that shit, right? But no, I mean, Fortnite was the battle royale, and then it's like, oh, I don't like the way it looks like a kid's game or whatever, or blah blah blah, and so those people were playing PUBG still, but Apex and Warzone come out, and then it like takes away a third of the Fortnite player base. Like it's just gone because they're playing Apex, which is more of a movement based, gunplay based thing, or you're playing Call of Duty, which is Call of Duty, but a BR. And I mean, the Halo BR thing, honestly, I think it's not that bad of an idea because whenever Halo has stepped out of the multiplayer, what would you call that mode in Halo 5, I forget what it was called, but they had the ordnance drops and all that, and you fought like it was like
I'm pretty sure it was called Warzone.
the PvPvE or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually a really good idea. And I thought if they actually focused on that and tried to work that, they could have something like interesting. And that could have been something that could have actually expanded on and other game companies could have taken from. Because I think that was actually a really interesting mode. And that works because of what Halo is, right? I think the BR aspect could definitely be utilized well in the Halo universe, especially with how guns play, with how shields work, things like that. I think it's definitely
I think
possible.
it's also the point where I think it's the point where they have to do it. Like it has to be in the game, or else people will be like, "Oh, it's a shooter, but it doesn't have a BR." Like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know. Like I said,
I think.
it doesn't need to be there because it's not like it's a split studio,
Well,
right?
I think
They're
that
gonna
what
have
they
to take
can do
assets
is
away from a multiplayer to make a BR.
I
And
just
at the end
think
of the day,
what
that's what
they're
Halo
I
is.
think what they're trying to do is they're just trying to get people back into the Halo player base because they kind of fell off with Halo 4, Halo 5. You still have people that play the Master Chief Collection, but it's not like what it was. So if they release a BR and people like the BR, like, oh hey, I actually like this gameplay. Oh, the multiplayer's free, and then they get people to play the multiplayer. Like, oh, there's an actual story to this, and then they get into the story.
And Joe,
I think
like,
that's what they're
Well,
trying
the
to
point
do
to be
with
this:
it.
what
I mean,
if the
that's
BR
possible.
isn't good and then people don't want to play it?
Okay, but no,
Well,
no, but Joe, hold on.
That's what happens.
But hold on though,
And
like
that's
you,
complete inverse.
okay,
issue.
but like you gotta also think about it though, like your concern about them taking away assets from the multiplayer to make the BR. If I've learned anything from the tech test, the multiplayer is gonna be fine. There may be like balancing patch things, but that's it. They don't need to touch the multiplayer. The multiplayer is fine. The core mechanics are good. The movement's fine. TTK is good. Grenades are all right. Like, all that's fine. You don't need to touch it. The map design, I think the map design is probably the best part of this multiplayer. I'm not going to cap. It might be the best part of the multiplayer. But if they want to make a unique BR experience, they need those assets. And they're going to get them. And they have them. And I don't see what the issue is. Granted, I don't want it. But, I mean, I'm going to try it out. I think it's going to be cool. Because I don't see how you can... Honestly, I don't see how you can fuck up a BR. It's really simple to make.
I mean, Hyperscape fucked up BR.
They didn't fuck it up, though. They were just too late. Because that was... I mean, you take the armor system that Apex has now... They basically did that with guns. Like, as you shot people and killed people, your gun would level up and you would get attachments for it to make your gun better. Which is, like, awesome. That's so cool. That's unique. They had these little jump pad things that get across this giant-ass map. It had, like, I think it played like Siege. I only played, like, 15 minutes of it. I don't remember. But, like, if it had anything remotely close to, like, Siege gunplay, like, I mean, that's kind of dope. I don't think they fucked up what they did. I think they were just too late. Because, I mean, everything that I played and everything that I saw, like, people liked what they had. It was just BR burnout. Or the fact that it was a new IP, people were not willing to take a risk to play that game. I don't know.
I mean, I get where Joe's coming from, where it's just frustrating, where it seems like all the shooters nowadays are just solely based, they're trying to focus on their BR when they could focus on other things. That's just like the flow of games now.
That's also how you get the most players in at one time as well, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's the easiest way to get 50 plus players in one game. Aside from like Battlefield or Metro, when you it's not Metro. Is it Metro?
Metro.
Whatever. No, it's not Metro. It's
Mag.
It's Mag. That's what it is. Mag. Where you have like 130 players in one game, but it's multiplayer.
Grossly fail.
Sucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's
Mag's
why.
name was massive action game or something like that.
It was, and there was like it was like what?
That's because
like,
they made the game so big, but then they made the map too big to where you just don't see anybody.
Imagine a game where it's 100 v 100 and you don't see anybody.
That's wild.
Right?
I remember my mom bought me that game for PS3 when we were in New York. So we stopped at a GameStop. I was like, this looks cool. I played it once and never played it again. It's so...
I mean, it definitely seemed cool.
Yeah. The concept was there. Do y'all have other games who you, like that seemed really, really cool, but then just didn't hit? I know for me,
there's a couple I can think of.
Just let me go. Just let me go over my.
I mean, if you've played any anime game that is not Naruto Storm, that's kind of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I also thought Sonic Forces looked cool. Then I was like, wait, no, this is ass. It's terrible. Period. No, Sonic is cool, bro. Stop.
Sonic Adventure 2 battle.
Bro, Sonic Unleashed is good. Stop.
No.
I will not have this. I will not have this. I'm still waiting
for Chris to play through the Villain saga.
Bro, I'm not finna play that shit game.
You need to.
You already told me you were going to.
What do you mean? It's the best Sonic game.
It's a good Sonic game because of Sonic and Shadow's gameplay, not because of anything else. And I don't want I don't want to sit here and fucking play on Eggman and then have my computer crash every fucking time I try to shoot more than 5 things. I'm not doing it.
Better computer. I don't know what to say.
My computer's better than yours. Shut up.
Yeah, mine doesn't crash when I try to play Eggman.
You don't have any games that you play.
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
You really don't be playing games out here.
I'm busy. Shit.
You play games with like
internet.
yourself. Like you
Weren't
you
really
play with
sitting
yourself.
at home all day today? Like, what do you mean you're busy?
Huh? The past few weeks I've been really busy.
You do.
No, the past few weeks I've been really busy where I'm not home at all. Today's a weird day where I actually didn't have anything going on after I got off.
Okay.
No, I also don't have the internet capability right now to play anything. You know that, so you're taking unnecessary shots at me.
I'm not taking any shots. I'm just asking you a question.
You are. You are.
Okay, hold on.
I'm asking you a question.
So I want to just rip off of what Jared asked, though. Jared, what are 3 games that you were like, yo, this is the coolest shit ever, but it was actually like lame as fuck?
Oh, off rip, Spec Ops: The Line. That I love that game so much, but it's such a mediocre game. No, I've already said Brink. Brink is one of them. I thought Brink was dope as shit, But
Did
then
you say
it's
Brink?
like, as I kept playing it, I just said Brink, dumbass. What do you mean?
You just said Spec Ops: The Line. What are you
He said
talking
Brink
about?
before that.
I already mentioned Brink.
He said Brink way
Let me
before
talk.
that.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Well, I'm trying to let you talk, and you didn't say
No,
anything.
but you're cutting me off, so you're not letting me talk.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm just asking a question.
You literally cut me off.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Next.
No, Spec Ops: The Line, Brink, and then probably Gears of War 3. I've been so disappointed in Gears of War 3. That was so.
I didn't want to bring
I
up
played the
disappointing
same thing.
games, but
So.
Joe, your 3 games that you thought were cool as shit, but actually like weren't it.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't play bad games.
What?
I don't.
You
I'm,
have?
I'm trying to think back to like when I was a kid.
I mean, they don't have to be bad. They just have to be not it. You thought they
What is
were like
not-
you
what-
thought they were the
what-
shit,
what-
and it's just not it.
What do you mean by not it?
Okay, like say you're sitting there and it's like, oh, I just got X game. This game looks cool as fuck. Let me play it. Oh, this game ain't it, and you stop playing the game.
Oh, I mean, GTFO was one of them.
What's that?
What is that?
So imagine like a Left 4 Dead style game, but you can't actually have fun. So like basically the only way to play the game is to be stealthy, and basically like if you alert the enemies, you just kind of die and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was like, oh, this game looks sick. It's like Left 4 Dead, but like a little more edgy, and then it was just ass. But people still like it, so like maybe I'm just an idiot, which is a possibility. I'm trying to think of like all the games I've refunded. Oh, Necromund, the hired gun game, the 40K hired gun game.
Warhammer 40K? Or no?
Yeah, but like it was called like Necromundum.
Necromancer?
No, Necromundum. Hired gun.
Okay.
So like essentially from what I got from the trailer, it was like Doom gunplay with like Titanfall 2 movement.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, oh, that looks super cool. And then I played it and it's janky as shit and not fun. Because, both Doom and Titanfall, very smooth games.
Yeah.
Right? They just flow super well. This game had no flow. It's basically like Jank Simulator. Like, it had cool stuff, but like it just wasn't super fun to play.
Yeah, I got you.
The third one's tough. I can't even really think of a third game. I'm not saying I haven't played a game, but like it might have been a long time ago.
Well, here, Chris, you go ahead, start listing some of yours.
Well, I can tell you one for a fact. Catch a lot of flack for it. GTA 5.
Oh.
I cannot stand GTA 5. I thought it was gonna be cool because I never owned GTA before that. Well, actually, that's not true. I owned GTA Vice City. But, like, I had never owned a GTA where you can play, like, online with your friends and stuff. So I was like, oh, bet. GTA is going to be amazing. Haha. Yeah, okay. Hate that game. I can't. It's so not fun. I've never been, like, dreading booting up a game, playing a game, and then turning off a game the entire time. Like, I genuinely did not have fun. And I was on Hydros playing GTA in high school. It was awful. I hated it every minute. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, definitely a game that I thought was going to be cool. That game really just is not it. Jared knows this. We played
no, Xenoverse 1 is different, Joe.
We played.
I literally played Xenoverse 1.
We played too much.
Did you?
We played. Yeah, he did. He had the game. Because you guys were game sharing at that time.
Oh.
Yeah, I played it with the guys for a while.
I thought it was Xenoverse 2. Not
No.
Xenoverse
1. Xenoverse 1. Zach played Xenoverse 2 with us. Remember? Well, If not that one, then definitely Kakarot for sure. I have never been more disappointed. Actually, I lied. I've been a lot more disappointed. But yeah, and then Naruto Shinobi Striker. I thought that was gonna be a cool game, but it wasn't. Anywho, we don't talk about that one.
Joe,
That third
Joe,
one's
did you
kind
get
of
So in this time, I thought of 3.
Okay.
But I feel like 1 might not count because it might be a different issue, and that's Destiny 2.
Well, see, I was gonna
Um,
save disappointing games for later. But
yeah. That's kind of what I was saying. And then either I would catch flack for this one. Resident Evil 7.
I don't like any of the Resident Evil games.
Or Mafia 3.
I can understand why you didn't like Mafia. I didn't
No,
fuck with Mafia all that much.
Mafia 3, the story, A1. It's similar in respects to Spec Ops: The Line. Great story. The gameplay aggressively mediocre. Thus
Gameplay's
making
a
the
big
game.
reason why, yeah. Gameplay's a big reason
Yeah.
why I stopped
Bro,
playing it.
I stopped playing
It
that
was-
game so fast. I was like, I don't even like GTA. Why am I playing a knockoff GTA? And then I stopped playing the game immediately.
Honestly, Krista, like Mafia 1.
No.
Like, the remake is
I've heard
incredible.
that 1 and 2 are significantly different from 3.
Yeah, they're so much better. Like they're better than GTA IMA.
Like,
Okay, alright, hey.
what?
Oh, what were you gonna say, Joe?
I think he was
I
done.
was- Yeah, I was kind of done.
Oh, okay. Alright, now hey, what about this? What about games that you either didn't have fun playing while you were playing them, but like you played them anyways, or games that you just had ridiculous amount of hours in that you're not happy to admit you have that many hours. I mean, I'll go ahead and shoot myself in the foot and just say every Madden game ever. All right, I've said it. Let's get past this. I have buku hours in every Madden.
I got
Okay,
mine.
they all suck. I know they're bad, but I will say the amount of hours that were put into Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is insane.
It's actually kind
I
of
restarted that
ungodly.
game 3 times. I started that game at Zach's house in Louisiana, bought it myself, played it, got rid of that PlayStation, didn't bring over the save data. Chris got me back into it. I think my character got corrupted, started back over, grinded all the way back up. The amount of time
That's a
and
passion project.
hours dated. Now, I will say there's 2 games that I have hours in that I didn't necessarily have the most fun playing. Were both Destiny games. Didn't really enjoy that much, but my friends are playing it. You guys are playing it. So I was like, I'll play it just to have fun with you guys. And then almost everything with Siege after they started bringing in new shit. I did not. I
Dog.
played it because I wanted to
wanna-
play with you guys, but
I
I
don't
did
wanna
not
get-
enjoy. I did
I
not
don't want to
enjoy
open
that.
either one of those can of worms yet.
I'm just saying those are the games that I put hours in that I played that I didn't necessarily have the most fun or I'm the most proud of the hours that I put in them.
I'm
Also, side note, For Honor during quarantine. Put
Yo,
so much
For
hours
Honor
into that,
was
Jesus
lit.
Christ. So many hours in For Honor. All right, Chris.
Look, man. I am not proud of the amount of hours I put into Siege. Here's why though. I made
You
no
never got
progress. I I basically ran on a treadmill for like 7 weeks, essentially. That's how much time I put into Siege, and I got nowhere. I literally
got
like
better.
my skill range in Siege went from like bronze, the lowest bronze, to the lowest gold. So like, and that was like in a 3-year time span. It was ridiculous. I put so much time into that game. A lot of missed assignments, a lot of unnecessarily long nights, a lot of missed out content. But what did I get out of it?
That game.
What did I get out of it? Jokes.
You got
It's
some
crazy
friendships,
though.
too.
It's crazy how
Who?
much better you are at other games than you are
I mean,
at
me.
Siege.
We were friends before that
development-
though. Yeah,
the development-
Yeah.
The
I don't-
development, like the time frame where I was like, Chris, when we played Siege, I was like, Chris is just bad at video games. To now, like in Valorant and Fighters, I'm like, oh, Chris is good at video games.
He's acid
But
Valorant,
I gotta still think back to just Siege to remember how atrocious you were.
The issue with Siege is there's just so much shit. Again,
Even
that's a
when there was
conversation for a
no
whole
shit
nother
in
day.
Siege, there was still a lot of shit. Because, like, again,
yours-
you gotta think about it. I'm coming from the only shooting game I ever truly played was Halo, right? In that game, there's only you shooting a motherfucker and a grenade. That's all you gotta deal with, right? Man, in Siege, I'm worried about this. I'm worried about flashbangs. I'm worried about stun grenades. I'm worried about thermites. I'm worried about walls getting blown up. Dog.
Like it was crazy because Joe was always good. We always had that consistency. Zach was always above average. We always had that consistency. Me, Michael, and Justin always varied. We were either ass or we were good, right? You were always bad. There were
Bro.
never times
Bro, listen.
where you showed moments of greatness. It was always
That's not true. That's not true. When that's not true.
bad.
Bro, no, that's not true. When Hibana came out and there was Skyscraper, I had some moments. There were a couple of games where I finished and I had like 7+ kills. There were a couple of them.
Every time you played Siege, it's the video of Joel Embiid dapping up Andre Drummond. Like Joe's like, he's here, yeah. I know he's not gonna contribute, but he's here.
Look, if there was anything that I contributed to Siege, it was definitely a confidence booster. Because listen,
Oh my god.
no, because listen, hear me out.
You're the whole mountain.
It was like you're sitting there like, oh, if Chris can kill this guy, I got him, right? Or it's like, oh, guys, we don't have to worry about it. If Chris can't do it, it's okay. At least I'm better than that guy, right? That's kind of how that was my dynamic in that group, in that
bro.
5v5.
Joe, if we're the Lakers, Joe's LeBron, Zach's AD, I'm KCP, Justin is fucking Montrezl Harrell, Michael's fucking Caruso, and then you're fucking Kyle Kuzma, bro. It just ass. Just ass.
Oh my god.
I cannot wait for the day we just unpack Siege.
That'll be a whole.
That's
I won't even say
that's your
anything.
whole
That'll be-
episode, bro.
That'll be
That
the
is-
podcast where I just moderate because I don't say
Yes,
anything.
I'm gonna dominate that episode. And I'm not looking
All
forward
right,
to it.
Joe.
I'm such a
All right,
shit
Joe.
talker.
What are your games? that you have
Either
buku
the
hours in?
bear with me here. I just have to check hours and something. On Steam right quick. This might be a spicy take. God, where is it? Sorry, I'm just trying to look up the hours I have on Siege to tell you the most regretful time I've ever spent on a video game.
I can tell you the most regretful time I've ever spent in a video game.
All right, so the 750 hours I've spent on Siege on PC, or the time and money I've spent on fucking Warframe.
See,
I
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say fucking Warframe.
I spent see Warframe. Warframe is kind of like that ex that like was really toxic for you, right? But she was kind of a good time when nothing else was going on in your life. You just broke up with like the best girl you've ever been with, right? And you're looking at your phone because you just need a little something, right? You're going through and you see that name, and you're like, shit, it's what's her face, right? And you're like, you're really desperate. You need some action, so like you hit her up, right?
And
then like you know, and then you guys start talking, and things get a little serious again, right? And then she goes and cheats on you. Right. That's Warframe. Because the amount of money and the amount of time I've spent for so little fucking payoff is ridiculous.
Joe flew to Texas, got me the best like shit in the game, and then I never played with him.
Yeah.
We called Lisa to transfer all the stuff on his account. I can't believe we did all that.
I'll never forget.
And I barely played it.
That was the first game that you truly played with Woody too. You played
I with all
Warframe
of
with
his
Woody.
stupid friends.
Like, wait, huh?
Jeremy. There was the one guy who ended up being a pedophile.
Yo.
Oh, yo.
Yo.
I forget his name.
Hold on. You can't come out here and say his stupid friends when you had literally Bam and like fuckheads from Destiny. Like,
okay, first of all,
dude literally sent you a dick pic. What do you mean?
First of all, none of them ended up being a pedophile.
That you know of.
So hey, we're at about like an hour 20. How y'all?
I'm not letting Chris come at me like this.
How you
because have you ever talked to Woody's friends?
No. Well, no, that's not true. I have.
I don't want to be here when we're just talking shit about people that can't defend themselves.
It'll be right.
If he's a pedophile, he deserves to defend himself.
No. I'm not talking about him.
Woody's gonna be like, oh, Chris made a podcast with Joe and Jared. Let me listen to it, and it's just gonna be the.
I'm not gonna cap. I don't think he has the attention span to get past the intro on any of it. I think he's gonna either fall asleep 1 or 2, turn it off. Anywho.
I don't know. I'm just right. I apologize to Woody.
That's the only apology you need to give out. If you even need to apologize.
I don't really see the issue that you're having here.
No. The pedophile dude, I'm not asking to. Like, he's in his own little zone, right? Like, he's over here.
Yeah,
we got that. Like, we got that. He's over there. We're not worried about him. He's got what he's got.
I feel like no, we. If we post this on YouTube, we're not making any money, but the monetize. Like,
hey, no, listen. We're getting
like,
fans here. They're like, oh, they just talk. Man, why not? Anyway, he's in his own little realm. But like, his friends are just people that play Warframe. Right.
Oh, my friends weren't people who just play Destiny?
Well, that's because Destiny is like, what? And it was Destiny 1? Come on now, bro.
I'm kind of confused what you're getting at here.
You know, regardless, they were from school, so he knew them from school, most of them. And
what do you mean? These guys lived in North Carolina.
I'm not talking about those ones. I'm talking about the ones that he was like really in deep with Warframe with. Because the ones he was in deep with Warframe with, he knew them from school. Because I knew them.
I feel like you're confused.
I'm not.
Because he played these guys like every single, like whenever I got on Warframe, it was always them in the party, these North Carolina fellas and him.
I'm not saying that you're incorrect. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that what got him into it was friends that we had from school.
All I'm saying is, like, how did I go from like Warframe? How did I go from like Warframe to just like bringing up fucking Bam and Gang? Like, hello?
Well, because you wanted to talk about pedophile people, and then I was like, yo, listen, there's a dude that did some stuff that was like...
For fuck's sake.
Okay, you know what?
You know what?
That guy
is literally a pedophile.
But, Joe, if you were a child...
Oh, my God. Let's move on. For the life of God.
I was 21.
I'm not talking about what you were. I'm not talking about what you were.
Podcast. We've been going for a little bit now. Hope you guys stick around for the 3rd episode. That'll probably come out sometime later in the week. Really appreciate you sitting and listening to the whole podcast.
It's not about you being 21.
Shout out to everyone that made it to the end. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit the noti bell. Make sure you talk to your friends. We're on this shit every week. It's been real.
It's not about
It's been real. It has been real fun. Hey, Chris, stop recording right now.
No,
Chris,
hold on. No, this isn't. This, I promise. Listen, I promise you, it's not about this. It's not about that. It's not about that. Seriously.
I just cut the end. Cut it.
I'm cutting it when I cut it. I'm recording. Okay. Now listen.
Oh my God.
I'm glad everyone showed up today.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for listening to the whole podcast.
Bye.
Follow us at No Shot Cast on Twitter.
You can't even find our Twitter account at the moment.
You can find it.
No, I've searched it twice. You can't find it. I know it exists because I'm logged on, but the Twitter yet. It doesn't actually exist, it seems.
I got it. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. Thanks for listening.